All right. Getting some live action here. What's up, everyone? Hopefully this is okay, clear enough. Just going to be working on my UDR here. I'm going to be putting on these, I don't know if they can see that, these metal hexes. These hexes that come on the UDR are, I guess, well known for stripping out the wheel. So I'm going to change those out. I don't have a ton of time here, but we'll do it for maybe 45 minutes or so and see how it goes. What's up, Randy? Randy the man. Ran the man. All right. So first order of business is take off this very difficult to remove top on this UDR. It's beautiful, but it's difficult to get off. Or it's just a lot of screws is what it is. How's the sound, Randy? You're the first one. You can give me a sound check and a visual check. It's not the best video. I don't want to go that way. Let's see. How do I? Awesome. Thanks, man. I wish I needed like a backdrop over there so I can have better, people don't have to view my messy basement. So Randy, you have the Grom Mojave, right? You like that? Nice. Yeah, my only hesitation about those Groms is smaller cars are a little bit difficult to work on just because they're so small. But I hear they're pretty tough, so hopefully that means that you don't need to work on them much. Easy to work on. Interesting. Would not have guessed that. Look how many screws this is just to remove this body. Still going. More back here. Oh, what's up? We got some people joining here. HR, what's up, man? Okay, thanks for stopping by. I know you got to go, but I appreciate it. RC Graveyard, what's up? I have some family duties at the moment, not sharing my personal life on here. Okay, I'll be back to RC Vids at some point. You're my boy Randy and my boy. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, thanks for stopping by. Trust me, I get it. We all have our own stuff going on. All right. This thing looks really good underneath. But but the tricky part is getting this front part off. Very challenging. HTX, what's up, man? Thanks for joining. I'm doing to the UDR? Well, I'm about to put on some of these metal. It's kind of a bad connection, guys. Sorry about that. I'm going to put on this metal hexes here because I've heard that these plastic ones will strip out pretty easily and ruin your wheels. So I would like to avoid that problem. Usually I do things after they break, but in this case, I want to preventive maintenance here and try to avoid ruining those wheels. These things are so freaking hard to get off. Oh yeah, HR, you're the bench video king. Found a UDR on OfferUp for $400 with two. Ooh, you got to get that, man. These things are fun. They're no benchers, but they are certainly fun. And trust me, I'm looking forward to getting some good video footage of this slow-mo over some jump. It has a UDR and can give me a little pointer on this, please. But this is the worst thing to get off on the front. I'm going to destroy this body. I know there's a trick to it. You got to kind of rock it back and forth. God, why would they make it like this? Yep. Yes, got it. Okay. Body's off. These things look awesome with the body off. It's a little dirty, but that looks like a real Baja truck right there. That's sick. Look at that suspension. Sorry for the squeaky. Look at that long travel suspension. That's sick. These two dual shocks. That's what I love about these. Right. You got to just tell your wife this is for self-care. You know, hey, having a hobby is a good thing mentally, and you're trying to improve your mental health. So. Oh, HTX says the XRT comes with plastic hexes too. That is ridiculous. That's a recipe for stripping. All right, so now I gotta figure out. Wow. So these just have a little bolt right here, I believe. They make ones that are metal with like metal calipers. I kind of wish I would have got those. That's all right. We'll just use these. There we go. So these are these scale looking calipers and rotors here. Yeah. Hot Racing makes ones that are like got the actual rotor and I believe the caliper. I looked for them and they were out of stock, or at least at the time when I bought these. So these were not expensive. They're made by Traxxas, so I just decided to get these. People say you lose the scale look, but actually, when the tire's on, you can't see the calipers anyway, so you don't lose too much. See how this looks. All right. Is that it? Oh, how am I gonna secure that? I guess these are one of those ones that can just pop right out. I guess they're not secured until I put the tire on. Randy, what that you saw for sale? Is it that white and orange one? Oh yeah, 4S. What do you guys think of that comparison video I did? Mojave 6S versus 4S. It's still kind of a tough call, right? Let me put this back in. RC Graveyard says, as good as it is for my mental health, I can't help but love every time I do something retarded. Well, I pretty much am the king of that. I'm like, I'm going to take it easy today. Just go nice and easy. Oh, look at that huge jump. Let's see if I can hit it at full speed. Then I break the truck. But it's worth it. It's always worth the thrill, I think. All right, so I guess this loose thing is just going to stay loose. Now let's see how these come off. Right there. Yeah, one last jump for sure. I've literally, even on a video, I've said that, like, all right, one last one, and we're gonna call it a day, and then that's when I break it. So if you guys have not voted yet on the double front flip challenge that I got going right now, it's just for fun, but go vote, please. If that thing goes, well, which it is, channel will say, but in this case, the votes decide who wins, and it's based on performance, not like a random roll of the dice or anything. No, no, no hate, but I just prefer that way better. I want it to be like who did the best trick, So go vote. It's on my community post. If they have to tech, so it's a fun little thing, and I'm sure it can be fun as we continue to grow it. So let's see what we got going here. K6 has system out. HRRC. He's the guy who just posted in the chat. I know a lot of you guys know him, but if you don't, check out his channel. The thing that HR is really good at is mechanics, like we're doing here. This guy's a master mechanic, and many of the trucks you see in my videos that are sparkly clean, and it's right there, RC mechanic. Can you imagine? There's not many RC mechanics out there. There's a lot of car mechanics, but he needs to have an RC mechanic shop for his business. He would get people all over coming to that, especially after we keep making these videos. Check him out. Give him a subscribe. All right. I'm missing something here. Why are these? On to the next side. If you guys are in here, go ahead and like this live stream. Helps out the channel. Hit that like button. Randy says white and orange. That's my favorite one of the older styles for sure. I like that better than the rigid one. I got the rigid one for this, but that's because they came out with that better color. I think green is pretty sick on that. RC Graveyard says, it is my prayer you find an Outcast 8S for the right deal, bro. I still need out 6S so much. I love 8 scale so much, I should say. Because I do have a couple 8S trucks, but 8 scale is my favorite, sort of setup. 8S, though, is fun, and our boy HR let me drive his Outcast, and that thing was awesome. A little more forgiving. That's kind of how I felt when I drove that. Like, the bigger size gives you a little, I don't know, like it's not as twitchy and kind of sensitive. Is that true, or was that just, HR setup? Drop the bolt. Oh wow, I was going down there to find a drop bolt, and then I found an old grub screw that I must have dropped ages ago. You can never find bolts when you want to. All right. So HR says ICRC will be the one doing the paperwork for that. All right. So, Dwayne Clark, what's up, man? Thanks for joining. My thing's weird. It says there's only one person in the chat, so something like that. So RC Graveyard says it's true. It's very forgiving and handle well, but you can still run full pin and have a wild stunt Yeah, yeah, that was my that was my impression, that it was a little more forgiving. That's a good word. God, this thing is. Brandy says I lost a grub screw yesterday. Well, easy to do when they're so freaking tiny. So if you guys haven't checked out, everyone in the chat haven't checked out my latest video on the 4S Mojave and the 6S Mojave, the comparison. Check that out. It's pretty cool. I did not do too much. I didn't do any bashing on that one, though. Comparisons of if you're ever considering buying one of those. I mean, caliper and rotor. Oh, what RC? What's up, man? Working on the UDR. Yeah. Well, I'm not. It's not broken. This is a preventative maintenance. So don't worry. I'm putting on metal hexes so I don't strip out my wheels, which is a common occurrence apparently. These beautiful green wheels, I don't realism. Those are like legit BF Goodrich mud terrain tires. Isn't that cool? Realistic look. There it is. But most of my trucks are not at all scale. Okay, that's good on that. So just so you know, guys, all the chats out loud. I don't want that to be my style. So I'll just kind of pick and choose. We'll be chatting with you guys, because when people read the chat so I'm just not going to do that, but I'll kind of sift through them. Oh yeah, preventative maintenance. All right. Oh, that. Okay, so what asks about the 7th scale FMS Bronco? I really like the look of that. I don't know much about Jet Company. You guys think about that? The thing looks sick though. Like it's up there with UDR style, like scale realism, and yeah, I like the look of that. I like the name of the company, but it was like a really large looking truck like this. But I would have rather had the Bronco. So see. Panda Express. They don't have Panda Express out here, I think. Back in California, they had tons of it. I love that stuff. But out here, I don't think they make them in the New England area. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's been my impression. It's a shame. Pretty good price too, $580. Oh, I did see that Hobby Wing Electronics. There's one other. All right. So I'm getting pulled away from this. All right. So down that they're just loose floating on here. Like that sucks. I don't want to take off my tire and the whole nut and like pin falls out and everything. That's annoying. What is going on? What the hell? There we go. Jeez. Oh yeah, and another weird thing. Dang. I'll have to find those later, I guess. I don't know where I put the nuts. Ah, nuts. Oh, Rocky Mountain's in the chat. Where are you at? There he is. What's up, man? Is mine laggy? Sorry. Can't help it. Okay. Yeah, I know it's laggy. I don't get why it is. It just look easy, but it's all tech issues. The hard part is the tech issues. The easy part is making the video, as opposed to when I make actual videos. That is the hard part is making the video. Alternatively, through YouTube. So I've tried 3 different kinds now. GoPro, YouTube has their own separate issues. The other ones seem to crash, though. Gotta find those nuts. Well, they're around here somewhere. Anyway, that's what it'll look like with the wheel hexes on. And we'll have these as extra backups. So I'd rather have that than to fix the whole thing. So what's everyone working on tonight? Is anyone working on anything, like fixing any trucks? You guys are talking about sledges. I love the body on those sledges. That thing looks sick. Slaggy on. Jackpot, found them. Found them. Time to put these on. Yeah, look how small these. Oh, see you later, Harold. Thanks for joining. Yeah, appreciate it, man. Look at these are how small these wheel nuts are for a 7th scale truck. Isn't that weird? I don't like that. It's because they go like they're in the inside rather than around the outside. side. Actually, so RC Graveyards, you like sledges, I see. Randy, if you get a sledge, that would practically make you immortal almost. I will sign a pair of my boxers and mail them to you so you can wipe your sledge with it. What? Okay, where's... Are you serious? An ad came up on the live? I didn't know it did that. This is my first time live streaming on YouTube, like through YouTube, YouTube's app, basically. So I didn't realize it did that. That's interesting. Sorry about that. What was the ad about? Now I'm curious. Was it like, are you sick of boring YouTube live streams? Well, if so, you need to check out this channel. It's like a different channel.